Rock of Salvation Apostolic Church.
Are you married? How far? Not far. Okay. We are going to see how far today. And let me now put it, not how fast, but how far. Who? Is there anybody here who attended secondary school where you have dormitories? Dormitories. You know what we call dormitories? Hostels. You live in school. Come outside now. Are you afraid? I think from primary school. Can you tell me your experience on the night that you know you'll be leaving home to the dormitory? Oh yeah, Mikey, you should be proactive now. Yeah, we'll call one more person. Your experience on that night, you know, when you start packing and you want to go to school, you are going to dormitory.
I would say that I have no experience until I got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't answer my question. Anybody who has an experience of the feelings, the euphoria, the excitement, the joy. You don't understand what I mean. No, she doesn't understand my question. Did you?
I was happy that I was leaving home to start with.
I was happy that I was
leaving home.
Why? Why are you happy that you are leaving home?
Freedom.
Freedom. Underline the word freedom. Because I have to teach you about freedom one day.
Yeah.
The dangers of freedom. You went to dormitory. Here come. You know, when I talk about excitement, you see, the excitement will take sleep off your eyes. You will not sleep. 4 a.m. you'll be checking. Some of us will go and take our bath 4 a.m. We want to get ready. We are so excited. No sleep. Then you go and knock your mommy's room and say, why? Kilo de ile mana. Can you tell me what your experience was?
Happy, excited, and because of the new uniform, shoe, provision, freedom, pocket money. So I want to. Yes. So,
you see, there are certain things. You have your own table to yourself. Unlike the primary school, you have to share with somebody. You have your table, you have your chair, you have everything to yourself. The new uniform, you now look at yourself. It's a new class. You know the paparazzi have arrived. The excitement. But the most important thing there is that you understand what I mean? You are not touching what I want you to touch. Hey, thank God I'm delivered from this man. This man, come and sweep, come and fetch water, come and... Your mommy will be sitting beside her shoes and she will call you from downstairs, come and pick my shoe. Have you experienced that before? But yeah, free art. You now feel that, yes, I will wake up when I want to do what? Nobody will be smacking me by 5 a.m. Say, Didele, I'm going to the hostel. Mommy, bye-bye. Daddy, bye-bye. That's why I say, how far? How far have you gone? Somebody say, very far. How far have you gone? Most of the problems we are nursing now, we got them when we are off guard, out of control. No, out of the watchful eyes of your parents. When there's nobody who curtails, who controls your excesses. Nobody is trimming it. You are out of control. You sleep when you want to sleep. You wake when you want to wake. Your life belongs to you. So you feel. You feel you can mess it up if you like. But one thing that baffles me about life is that if A does something and B tries the same thing, A might not have problem. And B might just start today and it will boomerang. And then you start feeling, why am I different? You are different. You are different. God has made you a different person. Let us go to the book of Luke. Let's start there. Luke chapter 15. Before I take you to 2 Chronicles. Luke 15. First verse. Let's start from verse 3. Let's start from verse 3. Luke chapter 15. How far? When I see the excitement of children when they want to leave home, I just look at them, I pity them. Eh? Because only if they, nobody taught them anything. They feel it is freedom, but it is not freedom. Then verse 4. What man of you having 100 sheep? Okay. Go to verse 5. Let me not start there. The next verse. Time. The next verse. Okay, the next verse. The next verse. The next verse. I think we'll start from there. We'll start from there. And the certain man had 2 sons. The next verse. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me. Every one of us on planet Earth has received something from God. Either you acknowledge it or you don't acknowledge it. Either you admit it or you don't admit it. Either you worship God or you don't worship God. God is the source of whatever you have. So that's why I call him the God of the source of all resources. So every one of us on planet Earth, we've gone to God. I want to be free. Go and fast. No smoking. No fornication. No adultery. I want to be what? I want to be free. I have the right as a son. Give me my portion. Give me my own inheritance. Give me my glory. I want to go and enjoy myself. I want to go and live my life the way I love. The way I want. Oti dogun bai. Oge sekini. Oge ti dogun. I want to go and live my life the way I like. I can't take it. You could keep on monitoring me. You keep on checking what I do. You keep on checking my phone. You keep on looking what I'm watching in the TV. You keep on, no, I will be free at last. So the joy of that freedom, have they known the implication? What will happen after all this? So this man said, give me my passion. So every man who is rich or even poor has collected one thing or the other from God. Everyone was created with what? With glory. The glory of the star, the glory of the sun, the glory of the moon. You have taken a portion from God, even if you don't admit it. So when God was creating you, God was not creating you based on whether you are going to worship me when you get to planet Earth or not. He was just giving individuals what? Talents and gifts and blessings and glory. So what you do with it is your own problem, and you are going to give account. So now, you and I, we've come to the Father. Give me what belongs to me. Excuse me, when you are going to dormitory, your parents didn't give you everything. You know, you have the list. Don't you have list? Then you start sticking the list one by one. Mami etira uniform. Oku pronto. You know pronto. You know pronto in those days. Oku pronto. Oku housing. Sardine. Geisha. Everything. Everything is loaded. Cabin biscuits. I know there's none of us who didn't take cabin biscuit to school. Because anytime you are hungry, just open your drawer, take 2. With tea, cabin biscuit. So after you check the list, everything is what? Complete. Then the next thing what? Pocket money. Money must be where? In the pockets. Pocket money. And that one, they keep on reimbursing you. And then your collection of your bag of gari. We used to have gari. I don't know about you. So with your cabin, your gari, you know, St. Louis sugar, you carry your own packet. Everything loaded. Now, the father and the mother providing this thing for you, they are the ones you want to run away from. They are the same people you want to avoid. And you are giving them list to give you your own portion. At least for a time, I want to go. I want to be free. Then there's no phone. So when we want to come to your school, they will drive to the school and start visiting day. They will drive to school and they go and call you. You know some school, you can't just enter. They will call you to come and see your parents. And they will come with their nylon bag. Mami kelemuwa. Motibora sardine. Motibora bread. They give you again. And then he said, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me, my portion. I want to receive it. Okay. And he divided. The father didn't argue with him. He gave him what he wanted. So God did not argue with any one of you. There's none of you here that God has not given you a portion. Unless somebody is complaining that his own portion is not what? Up to somebody's portion. You must know your peculiarity. That you are peculiar. There has never been and there will never be another person like you. So you must appreciate your uniqueness. So now this man took everything and took his portion. The next verse. And not many days after, the young man gathered all together and took his journey into what? Underline the word, a far country. How far have you gone away from your parents? How far have you gone from God? After you got everything from him, and you ran away from him. The one who gave you everything, you are trying to avoid him. You see, most of us are like that. Until we are stuck. Until we run into a crisis. Until we run into a problem. I was discussing something with mommy. Somebody was crying on the phone. This and that. You know what I was saying? I said, when this person was making his millions, where was he? Did he pay tithe to rock? Now everything is finished. Now come to Olubori. Why is it that when we are finished, that is why we make a U-turn to God? When we are finished. Somebody was saying, I remember, I will not mention his name, mommy will remember. I asked him, why you come to a church, Rock, when you have problem, but when you don't have problem, you go to so church. He said, Rock is a welfare ministry. It's a warfare. He said it's a warfare ministry. So when I have problem, I'll come to Rock. So what about me jagun me? When So then the other church is Testimony Church. My own is warfare ministry. Thank you. No, when people have problem, they know where to turn to. They go to where they know they can pray, they can fast, and they can prophesy. But if they don't have problem, they will not go there. They won't go there. And even they will ask you going there, say, it's not as difficult as that now. So now this man took his journey and went to a very far country. Why so far? You know the reason? So that when you live too close, assuming you want your children to go to boarding school in Malete, and there's a boarding, and your house is not far off. Don't you know almost every day you'll be going to the school to go and say, Bawoni, Safiani. So if you decide now that we live in Lagos and I want to go to the University of Abuja, so Dangroko Koja Binoda, so it's not a place that when you are angry, you say, I want to go to Abuja. Before you get to Abuja, your anger is what? It's gone. So the man decided to take his journey and travel very far away from his parents. Out of control. Out of the prying eyes of the parents. So nobody knows what he does. Nobody knows what he eats. He wants to do everything that others are doing. But his parents were what? We are restraining him not to do certain things. So now, no more constraint, no more restraint, no more restriction. He's gone very far away from God. And there, when he got there, some of us will teach our children how to spend money, not how to make money. Yes. We want to teach them how to buy designer things, but how do we make money? There's no tree that grows money. Why you go there and pluck? I used to tell my children, when I look at the waste food, they will just take bread, put bread there. They will take Indomie. See how yesterday they took one and just pour it in the bin. I said, no, we don't. There's no tree that grows money. You work hard, you sweat before you make money. You suffer to make money. And when you make money, don't waste money. So they said, this man, because he didn't spend anything, he said he wasted everything he collected from his father. You know the meaning of Ajogwe woman Yagbadala? The one who has inherited what? Agbada, very big garment. Doesn't know what? The value. He doesn't even know the cost. Doesn't know the cost. So he can decide to drag it on the floor. But the person who gave him that cloth, once he see, don't do this thing. At times my children will throw clothes on the floor and they step on it. Hey, pick your clothes, pick your clothes, pick your clothes. You should not. They don't know the value. So by the time you say you want to go and buy Gucci for them, you want to go and buy this, they don't know the value and the difference between Gucci and Pramasin. They don't care. And they step on everything. Pick your clothes. Why am I shouting? Because I know the value. Not only knowing the value, I know the stress, the pain, how much it will cost you to get the money and to invest the money into their lives. But this man didn't understand. He said he wasted his substance with what? What is righteous? Caius. Aye jeku jelele min jenuwa. You know the meaning of aye family taking tutor? You know the meaning of that? Can I define it? You know the meaning? Can I mean it? Come. Family taking tutor means there's nothing, everything I want to do, somebody must help me. To wear my clothes, somebody must help me. To wear my shoes, somebody must help me. I'm too big to do anything. Now I want to spit. So draw my lips. So you can assist me. So yes. Family taking second year. Aye kayeni. So righteous living. And let me tell you, if you have the money, you have friends. Money makes friends. If you are poor, you will not have friends. Nobody wants to relate with a poor man. So this man, because people don't care how you make your money, he brought money. And women came all, Obeni. A stranger just got there, and because he had the money. So women were coming every day. Two of them can even hold him at the same time. Kilo day. They say righteous living. He was spending the money. Any money you spend without replenishing, what will happen? I say somebody has got £2 million. I say it's a matter of time. If you don't invest money, even if you have £100 million and you go in there, take the money, spend the money, let me tell you, it's a matter of time. Where are some of our old politicians? Why are they broke today? They stole money. But they cannot invest money because they don't know anything about investment. They don't know anything about business. They just know about looting. And where there's nothing to loot again, they stack the money, and after taking the money, let me tell you something about Nigeria. The moment you are no longer in power, people will still come to you. Hey, Your Excellency, one year Ganyelo, honorable, 1 year Ganyelo, honorable. They keep. Let me tell you, the next 2, 3, 4 years, they will still come into your house to collect money until you are broke. No, they will because you too love praise singers. Because the moment they decide you will not like it again. So they will continue to come every morning. So they come and pay respect, and you keep giving them money. So that's why most of them died like paupers. Nothing again. People keep on coming. And they didn't invest their money. If most politicians who stole money in Nigeria, invested the money in Nigeria, will not be having a problem of employment. They refuse to invest the money back into the economy. So they just use it because they stole the money, they cannot account for it. So all they want is, because even most of them, they can manage investment. They can manage it. They can manage investment. So this man lived a righteous life, the next verse. And when he has spent how many? Yes. Kudiya kari. Ido ya waye. Kudiya kari. Ido ya waye. Oju wa se kini o? Oju e wa la bai pe. Yes. Odoju e bai. That's when you start idea wa ma wa lori sirisi. What can I do to make money again? Because the father didn't teach him how to make money. All what he got, give me my own portion, and he left. Some of us, we took everything from God, lived our own lifestyle. We lived the way we wanted. Some of us wasted our youthful life. It doesn't last. Youthful life doesn't last. Just how many years? It is gone. So are you investing your youthful life? Or you are wasting it? This man wasted his. So after he spent all that he had, there arose what? Mighty famine in that land. And he began to do what? To be in want. Where are all his friends who spent with me? All your friends will disappear. They are not your friends. They are the friends of what you... It is what you have that has brought them into your life. The moment it is exhausted, they disappear into thin air. So don't have the impression, if somebody says, if you are rich and they say they love you, they don't love you, they love what you have. So get yourself together and know that if I don't have this thing, will this person still love me? So he began to be in want in the next verse, 15. And he went and he was looking for what? When you lack, what do you look for? Employment. He was looking for a job. Eventually he got one. And there was famine in the land. He joined himself to a citizen of that country. Who is the citizen of the country? Citizen of the country. Give him an employment, an offer. Okay. Oh. Which department? Lot reach there? He sent him into the field to do what? From where? From grace to grass. This is a boy, when he was at home, he could not even wash dishes. Could not even cook indomie. Tobacco mekano omi oni ho. Boiler ale want to damn. So he was a spoiled brat. A spoiled brat. Now he has to descend so low. The only offer to survive was to go and feed swines, pigs. So he had no choice. Shame would not allow him to go back to his parents. Fear would not allow him to go back to his parents. Because his parents will ask him, what have you done with all the wealth? So that's why so many people are ashamed of coming back to God. What God gave them, what have they done with it? So he sent him to the fields to feed swine. The next verse. And he will fain have filled his belly with the husks that the swine did eat. He even wanted to partake. But the food being given to him to feed swines were being what? Apportioned. They gave him portion. So he could not have something to eat out of it. He wanted to eat the food of swine. Pig. How fast can someone move from grace to grass? He's so fast. If you cannot manage your life, if you cannot manage what you have, acquiring something is not as difficult as managing them. Most of us will struggle to acquire so many. Can we manage them? Most of the major African problem is management. We build an airport, we can't manage it. We just built an extension of airport. Go to the toilet. It is still smelling. Why can't we manage our resources? So, he said no one gave to him, the next verse, 17. And when he came to where? Please come back to yourself. Come back to your senses. Anyone who is correcting you doesn't hate you. If God says you should not fornicate, he has no wife that you want to fornicate with. If God says you should not smoke, he has no organ that will contact cancer or anything. He has no problem. If somebody is warning you, he's warning you because of you. If somebody is correcting, it's correcting because of yourself. So that you don't come back to me and do what? And cry. But you don't cry over spilled milk. And when he came to himself, he said, how many higher servants of my father have bread enough and to spare? Higher servants. You know, in the house of God, we have children and servants. Are you getting it now? In the house of God, we have children and what? And servants. So even servants in my father's house, they have more than enough. Wait, the problem is that servants are paid. Children are not paid. You don't get that. Servants are paid. Children are not paid. But children have what the servant don't have. Servants get their what? Pay. They get their reward. But children get what? Inheritance. But so many children we envy servants because they get paid. Because they get paid and they get results and reward for whatever they do. So most children don't feel at home. They don't feel happy because they have never seen their inheritance. So now this man said, the higher servant of my father have bread enough to spare. And why? I perish with what? Hunger. The next verse. I will do one thing. I will arise and go to my father. Now he made up his mind as you and I made up our minds. Father, I have sinned against where? Heaven and before you. When you were correcting me, I never knew you meant well for me. I thought you were being so wicked, so mean. Oh, Daddy, you are so mean. Mommy, you are so mean. Me. For your own good. Any child who doesn't want to be corrected is a bastard. That's what the scripture says. I've sinned against you and against heaven and against you in the next verse. And I'm not more worthy to be called your son. I'm not worthy to be called a son. I've gone wayward. I've lived my lifestyle. I've lived the life of pagans. I've enjoyed myself. But in the course of enjoying yourself, something has happened. I will show you now. Give me Ecclesiastes 11:9. Oniwasu. Majayonia, mi o menyo da. Majayonia, mi o menyo la. Afawa mutiki kusode. Kara. Oh, afawa mutiki kusode. Continue. Yàrá mi bẹ níbi tán gbé kọ́ sí. I'm going to suspended sentence. Some people are, their sentence is being suspended. He said, rejoice, oh young man, in what? Rejoice. Listen. And let your heart cheer thee in the days of your youth. Let your heart be cheerful in the days of your youth. And walk in the ways, follow your what? Don't follow God. Don't follow what God says or what your parents are saying. Follow your heart. If your heart says, go and do it, go and do it. But to read further. And in the sight of thy what? But know thou that for all these things, underline, God will bring you to judgment. If you decide to follow it your own way, if you decide to do it your own way, if you decide to have it your own way, he said, for all these that you have done, all these righteous living, scary? No, we feel we are the owner of ourselves. I own myself. I can do whatever I like. Mi molapa mi bo ba le ja. Jojana. Ọba tún wá sọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ó ní ká bọ́ sọ apámọ́ làwọn ọba tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwẹ̀ àtàdúrà. Ńgbà tí o ti ṣogun èlò lọ́lọ́run jẹ ọ́. Yes, when you had the money, how much did God owe you? How much was your investment in his kingdom? So when we get to a brick wall, bó tilẹ̀ ṣe pàjù ló mú mi wá. It said God will bring thee into judgment. The next verse, verse 10. Therefore, remove sorrow from your heart and put away what? Evil from where? Your flesh. For childhood and youth are what? It will soon disappear. Invest your youthful years. It will soon disappear. Abeko. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ló ń láìkì kíní ẹran sóko sí nígbà báyà ni kò ní rẹ́ni ra ya sọ́ọ̀bù ẹ̀ mọ́. Abeko. Yes, you get to a point that nobody want to patronize you again. No customer. Àbí nígbà táwọn youth kúnlẹ̀ táwọn máa wá arúgbó kiri. Wọ́n lè lò wọ́n mọ́kàn kíní kan wọ́n díá tálẹ́dẹ́ adélé bàbá àwọn arìnwọ́dì ni. Hello, the Wundia gan. Hello, Wundia. Give me the next verse. Remember now the Creator in the days of who? Remember him. Don't remember God when problem comes alone. Some youth, you tell them come to church, they say, I want to make money first. After you've made money, what do you do with money? While the evil days come not, because either you like it or not, the days of evil will come. But if the day comes and meets you in the hand of the Lord, you are safe. You have somebody who will fight for you. But when the evil days come and you are still outside there, anything can happen. He said, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw near, when you will say, I have no pleasure in what? In them. Don't say you don't have pleasure in your life. Every one of us. Okay, give me 2 Chronicles chapter 34. 2 Chronicles 34. Let me quickly show you quickly of a very young boy there. I wouldn't even call him a young boy, a young child. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Kai. Go inside there and bring me a boy of 8 years old. Seven or eight. Call somebody. 7 or 8. How old are you? 8 plus. Most 7 plus, what? Apart from food and sleep, which other thing do you like now?
God.
You like God? Thank God. Thank God for liking God. Hey, Marco. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. We've been waiting for you. We're waiting for you. What's your name?
Michael.
What do you like? Food? You don't like food? Do you like food? Yes. What again?
Jesus.
Eh?
Jesus.
You like Jesus? What again? Things you like, not people you like. Things you like. What do you like?
Football.
Eh?
Football.
Popcorn? Football. Amen. Wait. Is that who? Joas or Josiah was how many years? When it began to rain. It depends on what you want to use. This man, what baffles me about this man, let me tell you, is this. His father was a very wicked man. One of the most corrupt and the most wicked man in Israel was his father. If your father is wicked, why would you want to follow his footsteps? And claim responsibility because my father is wicked. Why can't you chant a new cause for your own life? And my father was a polygamous. Lorogun Olobaka. Met Johnny and Baba Mefe. A minute of a marrying. So, and he began to reign. And he reigned for how many years? What was the mother's name? Zebiah of Beersheba. The next verse, listen. And Joash did that which was right in the sight of who? God. He was always doing what was right in the sight of God. At that age, at this age, people like Paul yesterday will still come and prostrate before him. Because the spirit of the ancestor is upon him. He's the king. Kingship is like anointing. It has got nothing to do with age. Once a child is anointed, if this one is the king of Ife, people will not prostrate. If this one is the alive of Oyo, people will not prostrate. They will. And then, so it is not about his age now. It's about the title, the office he occupies. So now he said, he did what was right in the sight of the Lord all the days of all. Joiada the priest. The next verse. And Joiada took for him 2 wives. Who gave him wives? The priest. And begat sons and daughters. He did what? He repaired the house of God. The next verse. And they gathered together the priests and the Levites and said to them, go out into the cities of Judah and gather of all Israel money to repair what? He said, now go from one tribe to the other and gather money. People, everybody must contribute money. We have to repair the house of God. From year to year, and see that ye hasten the matter. Howbeit the Levite hastened it not. Those in charge to do it, they didn't do it well. The next verse. And the king called Jehoiada the chief and said unto him, why hast thou not required of the Levites to bring in out of Judah and not the collection, blah, 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 blah. The next verse. For the sons of Athaliah, that wicked woman had broken up the house of God, and also all the dedicated things of the house of the Lord, they did bestowed upon Baalim. The next verse. Okay. Give me 2 Chronicles. Give me chapter 34. 34. 34. So one was 7 years. The other is how old is the second one now? 80 years. This is Josiah. The other is Joash. Was 8 years old when he began to reign. And he reigned in Jerusalem 130 years. The next verse, quickly. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. Where are children doing what is right? In the sight of the Lord. Because they were not what? Corrupted. They were not exposed to corruption. Okay. He walked in the way of David, his father, and declined neither to the right hand nor to the left. The next verse. For everybody read that. In the 8th year of his reign, at what age? At 16. At 16, he started to seek after the God of who? His father. The God that has blessed and prospered my father. The God that has given my father victory over all adversaries and adversities. The God that has taken my father to war and given him what? Victory over all the enemies. He sought the God of his father. And in the 12th year, that's what? At 20, he did what? He began to purge Judah and Jerusalem from what? And what? The grooves, the calf images, and the molten images. Started destroying them. At 20, some people want to go and join people who are smoking. At 16, some people want to join those who are fornicating. At 20, because people are doing it all around you, are you the same thing? Does it mean you have to join them? Why can't you be an exception? Why do we want to join the league? If everybody is doing what is right, what is wrong will never become right. It is wrong. Even bishop is doing it. Even if most of the apostle is doing it, it doesn't change it. Why can't you be the only man standing on the side of the Lord? The next verse. And they break down the altars of what? Baal with what? Under supervision. He didn't just give order. And the images that were on high above them, he cut down and the grooves and the carved images and the molten images. He break in pieces and made dust of them and throw it upon the graves of them that sacrifice unto them. At that age, everybody was corrupt. But this one refused to be corrupted. Why can't you be the exception if everybody is doing it? The next verse. And he burnt the bones of who? The priests of what? Of Baal. Priests of Baal upon their altar. And cleansed Judah and what? Jerusalem. The next verse. And so did he in the cities of Manasseh and Ephraim and Simon, even unto Naphtali, with their what? Mattocks round about. The next verse. And when he had broken down the altars of the groups and had beaten the graven images into powder and cut down all the idols throughout all the land of Israel, he returned after executing everything. Give me one more verse. Now in the 18 years of his reign, at what age? 26. When he had purged the land and the house, he sent what? Shaphan, the son of Azaliah, and Mazaiah, the governor of the city, and Joah, the son of Joahaz, the recorder, to repair the house of who? He is God. Lord, he is what? He is God. He didn't just say house of God, no. At what age are you going to be productive in the house of the Lord? You don't know how to sing. You don't beat drums. You don't do anything. You just come to church, sit down and watch them. Not repairing anything, not contributing anything. You still believe you are too young? That's what I'm telling you. People are 7 and 8. See how productive they are. So if you are not thinking about how you are going to explore the whole world, please. Let me round up. I don't have time. Give me 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22. 2 Timothy 2:2. Okay. Start from verse 19. I'm going to 22. Start from 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth what? Sure. Unshakable. The foundation of God does what? Stands sure. Having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are what? You don't have to tell God, I'm your own. No. You don't have to tell me, I'm Olubori Nimi. No, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell God. God knows those who are his own. You know. And let everyone that nameth the name of Christ, if you call the name of Christ, depart from what? Iniquity. Anyone naming the name of Christ, you depart from iniquity. But in a great house. He said, look at the word. B-U-T. But look at Bible. But can't depart from iniquity. But in a great house. There are so many verses. Verses 12. Okay. There are not only verses of gold and of silver, but also of what? And what? Are you wood or earth? Which one are you? Or silver or gold? And some to what? And some to what? It depends on the type of vessel you have will determine the type of use that God will put you to. The next verse. If a man therefore purge himself from all this, I will have gone above a little bit before, because all this underline, all I want to support. It shall be a vessel out of what? Honor. What? Sanctified and meet for the master. Who is the master? Jesus. Jesus is the master. If a plate is clean, nobody say, and unwashed plate to give the master of the house. Is that possible? Say, why have they done that for you before? Unwashed plate. Say, your son just finished eating indomie there. And you just put your own rice there without washing the plate. So that means if the master of the house must use a plate, it must be what? It must be. And prepared unto every good work. The next verse. And everybody will read that before we round it up. Everybody read now. What is the meaning of flee? Eh? What are youthful lusts? Youthful exuberances. Juvenile delinquencies. Those vices. Eh? He said, when you see, do what? Why flee? I think 2 or 3 things God says you should flee. This one, flee. Which one again? Flee what? Flee. When you see, do what? Hey, come on, why are you running? Alakoba. Alakoba. You know the meaning of Alakoba in English language? What is Alakoba in English language? Huh? Imitate Abigilogwe. What is Alakoba? Deacon Beckley. Hallelujah. Alakoba ki salama. Alakoba ki koba geyen and koba. You know the meaning of that? Someone that will bring you into trouble. Someone that will implicate you. An implicator. When you see someone that will, you see that people say that want you to be like them. He said, do what? Flee. They want to lure you. They want to lure you into the lust, the useful lust. But follow what? Righteousness and what? Faith and what? Charity and what? With who? All them that call the name of the Lord. From where? Stand up on your feet. Ask somebody beside the way, how far from home are you? Ask her, are you coming back home? Have you made up your mind? Have you made up your mind? Are you coming back home? Excuse me. Some of us, they said the man came back to his senses. Some of us will not come back to our senses until we get to a problem. Until we get to a river we cannot cross. It says, you know the meaning of that? A child went hunting, killed a bird, roasted the bird, and do what? Ate alone. He went to the bush again, got a squirrel or a rodent or whatever, killed that one again, ate it alone. Then one day he went there and got what we call arogidigba. That is trouble. He killed trouble. He found trouble. And then he brought that one to Papa to come and explain, to come and decode it. Why can't you eat that one alone? That's why the pigeon man will say, one day monkey go market. You know, go come back. Monkey go market. When they go chop, if they look for banana, you know, go come back. So why must we get to that point that we are stuck before people think about God? He said, before the day of darkness will come, before the evil days will come, he said, remember your God. Remember your Creator. If somebody is telling you something, you don't know what so many people do in their secret closet. You don't know what they do. You don't know what they partake in. You don't know where they belong. Don't just envy people. There are so many people, God gave mommy a revelation. So many people, you see them, you envy them. By the time God shows you their nakedness, mommy and daddy, don't do any mama, Sani, see you. No, because Allah is one. When God shows you their nakedness, but when you see what they've acquired and everything, you want to be like them. I'm praying to be like you. Why do you want to be like me? Be yourself now. So please, they said, and the man came back to himself. When the money was still there, he didn't come to his senses. But when he wanted hunger, ebi ogaja for meke. Awon o ebi niyen. Ebi ti namati yare otona. Mo ba soko. So when you get to a point that yes, I have to do something. And some of us cannot even walk confidently, a room with fear. Some people have not gone to church for so long. They say, why? They say, work. And I love Europe and America. They are so engaged in work these days. And they won't pay you more on Sunday. Don't worship God. But they cannot solve your problem when your problem starts, your spiritual problem, when they arise. And one day when you have spiritual problem and you cannot attend to their business, they sack you. Redundancy. They sack you now. They don't want you to have time for God. They don't have time for God. When you are no more useful, why for not lay here now? But they don't want you to worship God. The scripture talks about from Ecclesiastes chapter 5, chapter 6, the last verses there, talks about a man that God gave him money, but God did not allow him to eat of it. You can make all the money in the world without spending the money. Yes, you can make all the money in the world.
London, United Kingdom. Address: Unit 25, Orion Business Centre, Surrey Canal Road, off Ilderton Road, Deptford, London. SE14 5RT. Telephone numbers +44 734 106 4364, +44 780 2322 812, +44 783 163 4263.
Jesus, our rock of salvation.